Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So we're gonna do a art journal page in our new junk journal. And this is the page I did the cover. And I'm gonna put, I haven't quite decided what I'm gonna use to put onto the cover, if I'm gonna stencil on or what have you. And so today, and if you're interested in this video, I'll link it down below and at the end of this video. And you can go check out what all my little thoughts on the junk journal and what it is. So what we're going to do today is for Sassafras and Scraps, and she asked for an art journal page on worthy. Well, worthy to me means so many different things, and it means them to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought, well, I can sit and do a page on what am I worthy of? Am I worthy of other people, their love, their acceptance? That. Am I worthy of myself? Should I work on feeling worthy of anything in life, everything in life? And because this is a battle that I fight with myself as well, even as far as my YouTube channel, which, when I watch other artists and YouTube and that kind of thing, and I see what others are doing, and I'm just like, I'm a mess. I mean, look, I got to change my background. It's been sitting here, another piece of paper for a while. I have to change it. I'm just always a mess, and I'm not as I do a few times a week upload, but I'm not as consistent as I used to be. I mean, it's due to health and whatnot, but um that's a whole other video. But so I am going to do my version of worthy. And before I start this, I want everybody to know this is a battle I fight as well. And I'm going to give you a few tips that I've been trying and doing to kind of keep my spirits up, to kind of remember that we are worthy. We are worthy. And some things that I do. So I hope that this helps. This is just my view. If you guys want to see a different angle at worthy and that kind of thing, I'll gladly do that. But this is where we're going to start today. And I'll talk and, while I do it, maybe my thoughts or whatever. But first, what we're going to start is we're going to start our page. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, this is a sheet of tissue paper that's like kind of fabricy, and you can kind of see, you will in a minute, it got this gold webbing to it. If you don't have a piece of tissue paper or something like this, what I like to do is use book pages, and I will use an old magazine. I will use, it could be Family Circle, it could be whatever you have, book pages, whatever, and we're going to just glue it down as our main page. So it's going to kind of give us, I already opened that before, so I wasn't like struggling like I always do because I'm a YouTuber. I'm kidding, I'm a mess. All right, so I'm just going to throw some. And this is how I like to start sometimes. Sometimes I look at a page, like I said, and I'm like, I don't know. And so I get a book page, or I get a piece of scrapbook paper will work just as well. I laid that bad boy down, not on point though. It's not on flink. I don't even know if that's a word they use anymore. I'm so old. I'm so old. Oh my gosh, and I can't eat, see? Am I not worthy to have this down? I shouldn't joke, but if I don't joke about things, I'm one of them. I joke. I joke about things rather than take things seriously sometimes. Okay, so I'm just gonna, you don't need to know all that of my life. I'm a mess. And I will do a video of the dog. I'll do it on my phone, like when we're in the living room. And I'm just, you see, I'm just pushing this down. You can use your paintbrush. You can use whatever. You can use your finger. I don't care. It all works. Just what I have in my hand. And then I'm going to go over it real quick to lay it down. Now I can see on this edge, it's just not sticking. And I'm using paper Mod Podge, but of course you can use your matte Mod Podge. You can use your glue all, Elmer's glue stick, whatever you have. Don't get caught up in the supplies, okay? We're just art journaling here. And that's what this is for. Now, can you do this on a piece of wood? Yes, you can. Can you do this on a canvas? You sure can. You do whatever you have. Cardboard? Hello, I'm the cardboard queen. So, you know what I mean? Don't get hung up on a magazine if you don't have a magazine. Use a piece of cardboard. And if you don't have cardboard, take a ride around to the back of your Home Depot or grocery store or whatever, and there's always cardboard. Grab it, bring it home, cut it into 8 by 10 pieces or whatever size you want. Grab a few and start to doing. You can definitely make a junk journal from cardboard. I love cardboard. Like I said, if you know me or you've watched my channel, you know cardboard and me are best friends. Okay, so I'm going to draw this very quickly. Now you can see it's hanging over a little bit, and I will cut that once everything is done. I'm not worried about it. And if I don't cut it and I want it kept on there, then you keep it on. It's yours, remember? And we're just gonna dry it, dry it, dry it, dry it. We're gonna dry it. Okay. And I'm just gonna give it a smooth. And while that just takes a second, I'm going to show you a few things out of my magazine, or out of my book rather, I'm sorry. I ripped out this piece. It's a hand with a heart. I ripped out the word love. I ripped out start your inner sunrise, because that's important, and I'll talk about that. Inner peace and the light within. Those are what I booped out. Okay. And then I have this stamp here that says every possibility begins with the courage to imagine. And that's very important. And this is a big thing. And I'll talk about that too. I don't want you to have to be. Okay. All right. So there we are. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to paint on it because I want some color in the background. Well, when I think of joy, I think of bright colors and I think of pretty colors. And I don't know, I'm kind of digging on yellow today as the background, which is so not me, but we going in with some yellow. And I'm going to tell you colors, but listen, this is daffodil yellow. As you know, I love folk art and plaid. I love them. I love them as a company. I love their paint. If you don't have it, don't get hung up on it. This isn't me shoving these in your face. I'm giving you a color name. Because these are inexpensive, but if you have any kind of paint on you at all, or you want to go to the dollar store and buy your paint or buy store brand or whatever, I don't care. Just get a yellow that you like or whatever color you want to do the background. Don't worry about brand. That's not what this is about. This is about a art journal page for ourselves and for, you know, that kind of thing. I'm going to take a sponge. You can use a paintbrush, you can use a makeup sponge, you can use your finger, you can use a Q-tip. I don't care. And I'm going to go in because this is going to cover a lot of that pretty gold coming through. And I'm not going to cover it all the way. You'll see the paint will dry lighter. I am very congested today. I'm sorry if I sneeze and sniff. But you can see it's going far. And what I sometimes do is I give a squirt. Everybody squirts once in a while. You squirt it. And what happens is, oh, Kathy. And then what happens is this. Look at that, how far it went. Now you can see it's coming out onto the little bit of the extra paper. And you see what's happening under that blue because the background's blue. Look at that. It's going a little green, which I'm not mad at because we all need some green, meaning dough, cash, dinero. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't? Okay. Dinero? I don't know. I don't know, though. She's a rapper. Okay, so look at that, how pretty. And you can still see the gold coming through a little bit. So I am going to... Now let me talk about the heat gun for a second. There's a big controversy over the heat gun. I do not hold my heat gun like this. I hold it far away. I do it because I like using a heat gun to dry. You can definitely use your hair dryer. I always say you guys go to your local Goodwill, couple bucks. That's the way to go. The heat gun is for embossing, is what it's made for. So, or melting plastic, that kind of thing. You do you. If you don't have either, which some don't, that's okay. Nothing wrong with you. Just leave it sit for a few minutes and it will dry on its own. It's not a big deal. You don't have to have it. You know, it's just to help when I'm doing videos. That's why I use it. But when I'm painting here by myself, I don't dry usually. I just kind of do it. And I know I say it, but I do it. I put on a couple songs or put on a video, and then I go from there. Okay. So you see, that's the extra. And what I'm going to do, just so you can, because maybe that throws you off a little bit. Because I'm looking at my thing and I'm like, it's throwing me off. Look, all gone. Okay. So then we're going to do some background on it, but I want to show you this. I traced on things that I draw onto paper. And I wanted to do her as the main thing because my thought was our thoughts, right? Like, what thoughts do we have? But then the words I picked weren't necessarily for that. So I don't know if I'm going to use her. I may not. But for now, I'm going to put her aside. And we're going in. So I'm going to start layering with some stencils or from, with some stamps. And I'm going to do some background. So I really dig numbers or letters or anything like this. So you definitely can do this. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of my, this is a fluid, I'm not going to call it a fluid acrylic because it's not, but it's fluidy. And it is the airbrush paint that I used in my prior video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to pretend like I'm sea breeze in my face. Anybody remember sea breeze? Sea breeze in your face? Anybody? Sea breeze? Maybe it's just me. And you see how we do this? Like, anybody? Nobody's going to answer me. Nobody's talking to me right now. That's why I want to start doing live because, and I know I keep saying it, and I will one day. One day you're going to be like, oh my God, she did it. No, I'm not going in for words or anything of that nature. I'm just going in to add some of the orange color and some texture. You could barely see it on there. I'm okay with that because it's just adding texture and deliciousness. Look at me. Look. What? Where'd it go? Look. See how it's not that big of deal. Now, yes, a lot of these I'm doing for beginners because, do some here. Beginners need to know that you can do whatever you want. And watch, like I'm like, there's no orange there, but there is now. And I might go in later with this and do it again where it's more crisp. I don't know. Now, the next color, this lady right there, I'm going to do some stars. And I'm not going to dry, but I'm going to go like, I don't want it straight. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not always loving the straightness. And I think I want to stay kind of muted, but do I have any? Let's see this pink. I'm going to light pink. Okay. And if you don't have the colors, mix some white in them, water them down, whatever. I'm going to go in and stir up some of this paint. And the color is bright pink. And I'm going to do this with my paintbrush, scooching around like that. Remember, this is a sponge, so it does soak up. It might not be as bright as you want it, but it's all right. Look at that. I love stars. Stars and hearts are like my thing. I love it. And you can go where there's no color, or you could go over, because the pink and the orange just make a cool color anyway. Yeah. And then don't forget, you could turn it over to get that other bit of the star. That's it. Okay, so she going over there. I'm gonna dry it 1 second more, and then I'm gonna push back the colors. What do you think I'm gonna do? Ooh, maybe I'll take that red and do a little background too. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that, then we'll push it back. Push it. Push it. So worthy. What makes you feel worthy and what makes you feel not worthy? One of the things I can't stand is when I know an answer to something. I mean, I know, and there's a lot of things I don't know, but there's a lot of things I do know. And what I do know, I know. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe you guys can relate. Let me know down below. So when somebody says to me, like, let's say we're talking like, oh, I really like the sky. You know, I really like it's, what color do you call the sky? Whatever. And I'm like, oh, the sky is like blue, light blue, you know? And somebody says, no, it's not. It's pink. And I'm like, no, it's blue. And somebody starts questioning or arguing. And then what do? You question yourself, even though you know. You go, oh, and you think to yourself, oh, well, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And then you question yourself. And then you become, I'm wetting it now. I know it seems very counterintuitive. And yep, that's the word I used. But this is why, because I don't want it to be so opaque. I want that. I'm such a messy art journaler. But then you question yourself for a second. You think, oh my gosh, is it pink? Why do I think it's blue? Or why am I saying it's blue? Oh, I better not argue this anymore, or I better just walk away, which is a good thing to do. Just walk away. Don't argue with stupid people. But you still question yourself. And then it becomes like the same kind of thing. Like, am I not worthy to, like, you know, why am I questioning myself? I'm not dumb. Am I not worthy to stand firm or have a opinion or know something and myself esteem or what have you? You know, and does that make sense? You know, maybe not on morphine brain, but do you know what I'm saying? So that's something that bothers me. I don't like when people do. I don't like when people have to push. Look at this. Look how pretty. Can you see that? How that pushed all that color back. Normally I do black, right? Because I love it dark, but we're trying to make this a positive. It's going to be a little longer video. I'm sorry. Maybe I should. See, there I go. I'm like, maybe I should just follow through. Anyway, because this is kind of a vloggy kind of video. But, you know, and why do people not find you worthy? Why do you feel sometimes when you walk into a room, whether it's with your family or your friends, whomever, or strangers, and you walk in and you always feel like you need to walk in with your head down or your tail between your legs or quiet and you know, or maybe you have money and you go out and buy yourself something and you feel, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I mean, that's all being worthy and having self-worth. Having self-worth by getting up and taking a shower and maybe doing your hair or your makeup or getting dressed or wearing your favorite shirt, skirt, shoes, whatever it may be, and looking into the mirror and saying to yourself, I look good. I'm worthy of looking good. I don't look bad. But then you could walk out and somebody look at you the wrong way and not even really be looking at you, and then you can knock yourself down. Why do we do that? I don't want to do that anymore, and I don't want you guys to do that anymore. So here we're going to go. I think I am going to just, let me show you a trick. Can I show you it, or did I already put my stuff away? I think I might put my charcoal stuff away. Yeah, looks like it. I think this is, it's my pencil, so we'll do this. I don't have my tracing paper here. This is going to be a little hard to draw on. So I'm going to try to freehand it. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm just using a flesh tone, which I'm going to be making a video on how I can mix, if I need to. All right, so I'm going to go with a paintbrush. I'm going to take my flesh tone, and I'm just going to kind of do a V. I don't know, they're too big. Be her neck. I don't care. It's personal if you don't want any of the background to come through. So if it does some of it, I don't care. So you see what I did? I kind of drew it with my paintbrush first. I'm going to round that chin just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. You could do a more realistic neck, whatever you like. I just kind of like to do this. And she's going to be a little folk art doll. I'm not going to worry about color, like shading and all that stuff. Not that I ever really do, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm not going to play with that too much. Okay. There. If it bothers you or you're like, oh, I'm going to lose her neck or whatever, take a little darker flesh tone color, a little brown, whatever you have, just the littlest bit. And you can, come on now. And blend it. There you go. Oh, and my stomach growled. Isn't that enjoyable? So that will be that. And then I will dry her. I love the background. I wish you could see it in person because it still has the gold shining through. Okay. Now, one of the reasons, while that face continues to dry, I'm just going to wipe my brush off. I'm not going to worry about wetting it at the moment because one of the reasons I loved this blue and I picked the background was because I love blue over yellow or yellow over blue, whatever way you want to do it. So I do want to lay this hand because it's kind of like promising to yourself, like putting your hand up in the mirror and saying, you know what, I'm going to try. When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to take a second in the bed and think about what I want to accomplish today. And I want to list 3 things in my head. And if I can accomplish one of them, that starts building your confidence because really us not feeling worthy is a confidence thing as well. So, I like doing that. I also I've learned, probably the hard way or not, but I've learned that to be much more thankful. And that is such a thing. It really does change a lot of things. It changes the way you feel. It makes you have a more positive kind of outlook. So every night before I go to bed, if I'm not writing it down in my book or on my phone, I lay in bed and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for 3 things, if not more, because I think it's so, I'm going to lay this over here though. I think it's so important to be thankful because it's even little things like, this is so stupid, but this is how the little things I'm talking about. When you go into the bathroom and maybe you're out and you stop into the Target bathroom because you have to go and you sit down and the bathroom's somewhat clean and there's toilet paper. That is something to be thankful over. And you think to yourself, that's so stupid. But no, I thank the universe. I thank the gods. You think your God, whatever you believe in. But I'm just like, thank you so much. I just got glue there. Thank you so much that there was toilet paper. Thank you so much I made that red light. Thank you so much, my favorite song. Come on. Do you see what I'm saying? Those little things make a difference. It makes a difference in your psyche and the way you think, and it just makes a difference in your whole outlook and your life when you learn to be thankful for those little things. And I know it sounds so stupid because when you're in a bad place mentally, you're like, come on, that doesn't help me, but it does. You will notice it will. I know it sounds like a bunch of crap, but it does. You know, when my dog or whatever it is, dog, cat, animal, whatever, I'm sitting on the couch at night ready to watch TV or whatever, relax, get in the bed, and my dog cuddles next to me. Oh, it's like the best feeling. I'm thankful for that. You know, my daughter who gets on my last freaking nerve sometimes because it's just a mother-daughter thing. You can't fight it. It is what it is. I love her with everything. I love her to death. But I'm very thankful for her. I'm like thankful when she gets to work. I'm thankful when she gets home. I'm thankful when she goes somewhere and gets there. I'm thankful when she's happy. Like I just try to be thankful. You know, that's it. And there's a lot of things you do in your life that you are worthy of. So I need to know more of, what do you think you're worthy of? What do you think you're not worthy of? Are you not worthy of love? Are you not worthy? Why do you feel that you're not worthy of love? We are worthy of love. We all are. Might not be the right person in your life to bring you that love right now, but we all, you know, are worthy of love. There's nothing, nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's get in here and draw. I know. Too talkative. So I'm going to just do a lip. And then do this. And then you guys know I'm an uphill kind of girl. It goes. There we go. And then we'll do a nose, just a very basic nose. I'm drawing sideways because I am having a hard time. My eyes are watering and I'm having a hard time seeing. Please excuse me. Okay. And then we're going to do the eyes. So the eyes, I do odd girls. I don't worry too much, but if you're funny and you're like, I don't want to draw like, with marker or whatever, go in and put in your circles where you want them for your eyeballs. Again, I'm doing odd girl, folk art kind of girls. And then draw in I'll just do like this. And then you can just, if you want it to be more even, realistic. And then I'll go ahead and put like a little eyelid in there because I have no eyelid space. So I like to sometimes put a lot. And then we'll do just an eyebrow like this. And I can always change that. And then while I have my pencil, we'll do like this. And we'll take it down the face. I'm not going to be able to see too much of that, but I'll get the outline of what I want. I'm wanting big hair today because big hair don't care kind of thing. And then we'll just kind of bring it down like this. Very, sketchy. The eyes are crooked, so are mine, so hey. And I don't have eyebrows, so who am I to judge? Just going to go like that. Use a permanent marker because if you're doing this, because her eyebrows are large and in charge up there. Use a permanent marker because when you go over it, you don't want it to smudge if you go over it. You know what I mean? Let's give her some eyebrows. Okay, yeah, she kind of looks like that, but I'm okay with that. And I love coloring with markers and pens and that kind of thing. So I'm going to go in. Let's see if this will show up on here. It's like a neon green. It's not. I'm going to bring it in the middle though because it'll just give some shadow. You can see it a little bit, yeah. Now that I know where her hair is, I'm going to grab some black. We'll do her hair. Yeah, it's like, oh, paint? Yeah, I'm not writing over paint. Hate that. Okay. So she's done. And black. Nope, Prussian blue. We ain't going with that. We're going to go with licorice. Okay. And all this can be fixed, you know, like if you're like, oh, you know, look what I did. You just go and fix it. Acrylic paint is so forgiving. I love that texture of that paper. Now what I'm going to do is bring this up here a little bit and then give her that part, bring it down to outline it a little bit. Sneeze. This is fun play. This is, I just want to sit and have fun. I'm not worrying if the eyes are even or if one's lower than the other. This is for you. This is your junk journal. This is for you to sit and work out. Maybe, you know, you're having a rough day or you have stress or just to like chill. So I said, I'm not going to worry too much. Usually I erase and do all that. I'm not today. Okay. All right. I think that's all I need to really do there. I don't need to make it so opaque. Take your own advice, Cal. This is to give you ideas. This is not to, you know, if you don't like what I did, do your own. Do your own thing. Yeah. And I can make this a little more wave. Okay. I want you to look. She has her facial expression. Let me get this rinsed off. Her facial expression's kind of like, oh, I don't know about life today. You know what I mean? It's okay. Let's take some green. I'm just going to use Hauser Green Medium. I'm going to take my little brush. Where's my little brush? I had a little brush. Where'd it go? I know I had one. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's coming. Let's do this one. Oh, please go away. Yeah, just put this right in here. We're just going right to the point. Green. Green. Like that. No harm, no foul, right? And lips I want to do, I think I'm going to do the light pink as well. Just to pull a little bit of color, but not a lot. I like sometimes the, like, when you outline things in the darker colors, like black and whatnot. You can always go over with your marker if you want to trace, you know. Okay. So while that finishes for a second, I'm going to take, these are things I want us all to work on. And I want to know how you're doing it and how it's working. And remember, this is the most important, that we have a light within us. There's a light within us, and we're all We're all special and we're all worthy and we're all equal. And don't forget that. So I'm going to put right here. Yes. And we are going to work on, or I am, I shouldn't say we, because this came at a perfect time. It's funny how the universe does that. Some inner peace. Definitely love for ourselves. I think love's going right here with the wet black paint that just smeared right there. But guess what? I don't care. Okay. And this is the most, I saw this and I was like, oh, yes. Oh my gosh, come on there. Stick. Everything's kind of still a little bit wet. Oh my God, look at me go. I don't care. Start with your inner sunrise. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to need a little bit more glue. And this dries clear, so you don't have to, worry like, oh no, too much glue. You're never going to have too much glue, I feel. But again, that's my choice, my belief, the way I do it. You don't like it? Don't put a lot of glue. Use a glue stick if you want. You can use whatever you want. Okay. Yes. This is like, you see the black smudges? That's my life. That's how I feel my life is. It's like I get like this much goodness and then ba-boom. And I'm looking to get this much ba-boom and this endless goodness. That's what my goal is. So that is going to be for that. We're going to do her pupil and a couple other little tidbits. And then that's what I'm going to work on this week because I need it. Now you can use your marker in here as well, but I'm just not going to worry too much about it. Oh, a little bit too much there, Cal. Brush is a little big too, but I don't care. I'll just go in. Okay. Look, I'm not even going in to fix that black hair with my black brush. Watch me go. Oh. Okay. So many things I wanted to do, I didn't do, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to just do this real quick. And you see like this extra glue here. I'm going to tap it. Look, I smudged love. Oh my God, that's my day today. I'm smudging the love. Spray a little bit of water. And just wipe it a little bit. It's no big deal. Love's there. We know it's there. Our mind is always clouded, but it's always there. So remember. If I did this perfectly, well, there's no such thing as perfect, but we're just having progress and playing. You would be like, whose channel is this? All right. Okay. So I have some. Look at love. That's about right. I mean, that's that. Like I said, that's about right. Right? Am I the only one who gets that? Okay. So can you see like I have my pencil marks? So what I'm going to do, you can erase it. I don't care. I'm going to go in with my flesh color just a little bit. And I'm going to dab. And I'm going to dab and fringy, dab and fringy. And I'm just going to go over it a little bit. Just to kind of block them out a little bit. Am I worried if they show through? No. But if you are, you can get a couple coats or just erase it if you got the nerve. I don't. But this is all I do. It is for me to look at and be like, look at the words and remember like, oh yeah, that's right. And I'll do that, and I'll do that. I'll go over the eyebrow, things I'm not worried about. Okay, then what I like to do, because you see how dark the eyes look? Because that eyeball is like, girl, it's, I am like that kind of look all the time. I look in the mirror like, oh my God, which I was going to put like, oh my God, but I didn't think, or I say, oh my Gods, but I didn't think if, that maybe you guys would appreciate that. I like to put a little glint, just a little dot on the same side, always on the same side, because that's where that light's coming from. And you can, you know, you want to highlight the lips a little bit or all the fun stuff. You can do whatever you want. I just pat it down a little bit. It just gives her a little bit of aliveness, right? Oh, white though. It's like glinting. All right, Kelly, quit playing. Okay. And yeah, I was going to do like stars, which I'm not going to keep you here forever. I can sit and play. Look at me. I still am doing it with the glue. It's all right. Okay. So we're going to do Choose Joy because I think that is appropriate because we have to remember that you have to choose sometimes. Things don't come to you. Oh, it's a sticky mat. All right, where do we want it? I wonder if it would show up on her hair. Yeah. All right. And then I'm going to do another video, so I'll show you in a different video. But yeah, and you can highlight that if you want. You can do whatever you want. Okay. I'm happy with her. I'm happy. I'm happy. I talked way too much and I probably exposed way too much of myself and my inner thoughts, but hey, what are you going to know? I would love to know what you guys think about this subject. I would love to talk about this. I could go on and on about being disabled and the illnesses I have and how that makes me feel unworthy. And I mean, I could just sit and talk forever about it. But, you know, I'm not going to keep the video going since it's more of an art video. I'll have to do that as a separate. But I hope you at least enjoyed my banter and, you know, a little bit of my thought process on all this. And like I said, I wanted her to look a little pensive, I guess is the word I want to use. I don't know if it's really the word I want to use because I don't know exactly what that means, but it felt right to say it. But I wanted her to look a little sad and a little like, you know what I mean? So, not so much in thought, but just struggling, I guess is a better word. So I love you guys so very much and I'm so blessed. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'm going to try to upload my other video that just won't upload. I don't know what's wrong. I restarted my computer. We're going to see if it works. But as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much. Please have a very, very good day. Be blessed. And let me know down below your thoughts. I would love to hear them. And please share with each other down there. You know, if you see somebody write something, you know, comment and, you know, let's be each other's support. Some of us don't have a lot of support. So it's nice to have somebody who understands. Do you know what I mean? All right, I'm done blabbing. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.